Chosen one, listen to me carefully. I am carrying an important and urgent message today. This message is not for everyone. It is only for those who are truly walking the divine path of God. If you are not serious about your faith, if you mock spiritual truth, or if your heart is closed to God, then this message will not sit well with you. But if you are a true follower, if you are one of God's chosen, then something inside you already knows you were meant to hear this. And understand this clearly, this message has reached you at the exact right time. Not early, not late, perfectly timed by God Himself. Chosen one, nobody has yet seen your true form. Not your family, not your enemies, not even the people closest to you. What they see is only a shadow of what God is shaping within you. Your true strength, your real authority, your deeper identity is still hidden. And that is not a mistake. Stay with me till the end, because what you are about to hear will calm your mind, strengthen your spirit, and help you understand why your life has unfolded the way it has. Before we continue, chosen ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, and share this message with other chosen ones so they don't miss this divine alignment. And comment 777 below to declare that you are aligned, protected, and ready for what God is preparing for you. The hidden nature of God's chosen ones. Chosen one, I want you to breathe for a moment and let this sink into your spirit. There is a reason you have felt unseen for so long. There is a reason people underestimate you, misunderstand you, or overlook you completely. This is not because you lack value. It is because God hides what He plans to reveal with power. God has always worked this way. He does not place His greatest vessels on display too early. He does not announce His moves before the right time. What is precious is protected. What is powerful is concealed. And what is chosen is often hidden in plain sight. You see, the world is loud, but God is precise. The world rushes, but God prepares. Many chosen ones struggle with a quiet pain. They ask themselves why their efforts go unnoticed, why their depth is ignored, why their heart feels heavier than others. And I am here to tell you, gently but clearly, this is not punishment. This is preparation. You are not invisible to God. You are hidden by God. There is a big difference between being hidden and being forgotten. Forgotten things lose purpose. Hidden things are being preserved. When God hides you, He is shielding you from premature exposure. He is protecting you from people who would misuse your energy, drain your spirit, or attack what they do not understand. If God allowed everyone to see your true form too early, many would try to break it before it matures. Think about the seasons of your life. There were times you felt isolated even in a crowd. Times when you felt different, out of place, or misunderstood. That is because you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to be set apart, but being set apart often begins with being set aside. God often places His chosen ones in quiet seasons, seasons where applause is missing, seasons where validation is absent, seasons where faith is the only thing keeping you steady. These seasons are not meant to break you. They are meant to build your inner foundation. They are meant to teach you how to stand without clapping, how to walk without recognition, and how to trust God without signs. Let me say something that may heal you deeply. The silence you experienced was not God ignoring you. It was God training you to hear Him without noise. The lack of recognition was not rejection. It was God removing your dependence on people's approval. The delays were not denial. They were alignment. Chosen one, God hides His warriors before He sends them to the battlefield. He hides His messengers before He gives them a voice. He hides His leaders before He places responsibility on their shoulders. If you had received attention too early, it would have distracted you. If you had received power too soon, it might have damaged you. God knows exactly what He is doing with you. You may feel like life has slowed down for you while others move ahead. You may feel like your potential is locked behind invisible doors. But what you do not see is that God is strengthening your spirit muscles. He is refining your character. He is teaching you discernment, patience, and obedience. These are not lessons taught on a stage. They are taught in the shadows. The hidden nature of chosen ones also explains why your heart is so sensitive, why you feel things deeply, why injustice bothers you more than others, why superficial conversations drain you. This sensitivity is not weakness. It is spiritual awareness. God sharpens your perception when He hides you, because one day you will need to see what others cannot. Understand this clearly. Not everyone needs to understand you right now. Not everyone is meant to see your full capacity yet. Some people only know the version of you that survived, not the version that will lead. And that is okay. God decides when introductions happen. There is also a protection in being underestimated. When people think less of you, they do not guard against you. When they do not see your depth, they cannot sabotage your purpose. God uses underestimation as a shield. While others are busy showing off, God is quietly strengthening you. Chosen one, if you ever felt like you were living behind the scenes while others were in the spotlight, remember this. God prepares His masterpieces privately. The public only sees the finished work, never the process. Your hidden years are not wasted years. They are sacred years. You are not delayed. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are exactly where God needs you to be. The hidden nature of your journey is proof that your assignment is serious. Ordinary lives do not require this level of preparation. So, let your heart rest. Stop questioning your worth. Stop comparing your path to others. God is doing something rare with you, and rare things are never rushed, never exposed too early, and never treated casually. Your true form is hidden, yes, but it is growing. And when God decides to reveal it, it will speak for itself without explanation. Why the world cannot recognize your true form yet? Chosen one, I want you to hear this without resistance. The world cannot recognize your true form yet because the world does not see the way God sees. Most people look with their eyes. God looks at the spirit. Most people judge by appearance, by status, by noise, by familiarity. God measures depth, obedience, and alignment. This difference alone explains much of the confusion you have felt. You have often wondered why people misjudge you, why they assume you are less than what you are, why they speak to you without realizing the weight you carry inside. Let me tell you something that will bring peace to your mind. This is not because you failed to show who you are. It is because they lack the capacity to perceive who you are. Spiritual depth is invisible to untrained eyes. A person who lives only in logic, ego, and surface thinking cannot recognize spiritual authority. It is like trying to explain color to someone who has only known darkness. They are not evil for it. They are simply limited. And God does not reveal His deeper works to limited vision. The world values loud confidence. God values quiet certainty. The world applauds self-promotion. God honors self-control. The world rewards urgency. God works through patience. When you carry divine substance, you naturally move differently. You do not rush to prove yourself. You do not need constant validation. And because of this, people who rely on external signals overlook you. Many chosen ones struggle with rejection because they assume rejection means something is wrong with them. But rejection often means you do not fit into environments that operate on lower awareness. You were not created to be easily understood. You were created to be effective in God's timing. The world also fears what it cannot categorize. When people cannot label you, they become uncomfortable. You do not fit neatly into boxes. You are not predictable. You think deeply. You question surface-level truth. This makes people uneasy. So instead of trying to understand you, they minimize you. This is a defense mechanism, not a verdict on your worth. Let me be clear and firm with you now. You are not here to be recognized by everyone. You are here to be aligned with God. Recognition from the wrong people can become a distraction. Applause from unprepared audiences can corrupt purpose. God delays recognition to preserve purity. There is also something else at work: spiritual blindness. Many people live disconnected from God, even if they speak His name. Their spirits are dull. Their discernment is weak. They can recognize talent, but they cannot recognize calling. They can see skill, but they cannot see assignment. And what you carry is not just skill, it is assignment. This is why some people respect you only after God elevates you publicly, not because you changed, but because their perception finally caught up. This is why Joseph was ignored in the pit, overlooked in prison, and respected in the palace. His true form did not change, the environment did. Chosen one, I want you to release the need to be understood. It is exhausting and unnecessary. You do not owe anyone clarity about who you are becoming. God did not assign you to convince people. He assigned you to obey Him. Your peace will return when you stop explaining yourself to those who are not meant to walk with you. Another reason the world cannot recognize your true form yet is protection. If people knew your full capacity too early, some would try to use you. Others would envy you. Some would attempt to stop you. God limits access until you are strong enough to stand without compromise. You may have noticed that people feel comfortable disrespecting you, speaking casually to you, assuming they can cross boundaries. This happens when your authority is spiritual, not yet visible. But do not worry. Spiritual authority does not beg for respect. It commands it when the time comes. I want to heal something deep within you now. The pain of being overlooked does not mean you are insignificant. It means you are not common. Rare things are often mistaken for ordinary until the right moment reveals their value. The world also struggles with patience. It wants results immediately. God understands process. Your journey has layers. There are parts of you that had to mature in silence. There are wounds that had to be healed privately. There are lessons that could not be rushed. If God revealed your true form too early, it would expose areas that were still healing. Do not mistake delay for denial. Do not mistake invisibility for absence. God is present in every unseen moment of your growth. He watches how you respond when no one applauds. He observes your character when no one is watching. These moments shape your future authority. Chosen one, hear this with calm confidence. You are not here to be understood by the masses. You are here to fulfill a divine assignment. When God is ready, He will adjust perception. He will open eyes. He will shift environments. And suddenly, the same people who overlooked you will speak of you with respect. Until then, remain grounded, remain obedient, remain patient. Walk with quiet strength. The world does not recognize your true form yet because it is not time. And when the time comes, recognition will not be forced. It will be inevitable. Your job is not to reveal yourself. Your job is to remain faithful while God prepares the moment of revelation. The process. Before revelation, pressure, isolation, refinement. Chosen one. This is the part many people never talk about honestly. They speak about purpose, elevation, and blessing, but they avoid the road that leads there. I will not avoid it with you. Before God reveals your true form, He places you in a process that feels heavy, lonely, and intense. Not to harm you, to prepare you. Pressure is not punishment. Pressure is shaping. Just like a diamond is formed under pressure, your inner strength is being forged in moments that stretch you beyond comfort. You have carried responsibilities early. You have endured emotional weight others could not handle. You have been expected to be strong even when you needed rest. This pressure was not random. God was expanding your capacity. Isolation is another part of this process, and I know this one has hurt you deeply. There were seasons when people slowly faded. Conversations felt shallow. Connections felt forced. You felt alone even among those who loved you. Let me tell you the truth with compassion. God isolates before He elevates. Not because you are unworthy of people, but because people can interfere with clarity. In isolation, God removes noise. He removes dependency. He removes distractions disguised as comfort. When you are alone, you learn how to hear God clearly. You learn how to sit with your thoughts without running from them. You learn how to self-regulate emotionally instead of seeking constant reassurance. This is not loneliness meant to break you. This is solitude meant to strengthen you. Many chosen ones mistake isolation for rejection, but rejection pushes you away. Isolation pulls you inward. One damages self-worth, The other builds identity. God separates you so he can speak to you without interruption. And yes, it feels uncomfortable. Growth always does. Then comes refinement. This is the part where God works on your inner world. Your patience is tested. Your pride is challenged. Your reactions are examined. God pays close attention to how you respond when you are misunderstood, delayed, or overlooked. Because power without emotional control becomes destruction. Refinement is when God teaches you restraint. You learn when to speak and when to stay silent, when to walk away instead of proving a point, when to trust instead of controlling outcomes. This refinement feels like tension inside you. You know who you are becoming, but you are not allowed to express it fully yet. That tension is intentional. You have also faced emotional wounds, betrayal, disappointment, broken expectations. These wounds were not sent to destroy you. They were allowed to deepen your compassion and wisdom. A chosen one who has never been wounded lacks empathy. God does not raise leaders who cannot understand pain. I want you to understand something important. The exhaustion you felt was not weakness. It was transformation. You were shedding old identities, old beliefs, old attachments. Transformation is tiring because it requires death before rebirth, and you survived it. There were moments you questioned yourself, your faith, your direction. You wondered why life felt heavier for you than for others. Let me answer that gently. God does not train everyone the same way. Greater assignments require deeper preparation. You were not being tested to see if you would fail. You were being trained to see if you would remain obedient under pressure. God also removes false support during this season. People you thought would stay didn't. People you trusted changed. This was not to harden your heart, but to teach you discernment. Not everyone who walks with you is meant to walk into your next season. God trims relationships the way a gardener trims branches. It looks harsh, but it produces growth. During this process, your inner voice became stronger. You started trusting your intuition more. You became less reactive and more observant. You began to feel an inner authority forming quietly. This is God establishing leadership within you. Leadership begins internally before it ever shows externally. You may have noticed that your tolerance for drama, lies, and shallow behavior decreased. You no longer find comfort in things that once distracted you. This is refinement. God is aligning your appetite with your assignment. What no longer feeds your spirit naturally falls away. Chosen one, refinement is not fast. It is thorough. God does not rush this stage because it determines how well you will carry what he gives you next. Many people fail not because they lack calling, but because they bypass refinement. Let me bring peace to your heart now. Everything you endured had purpose. Every silent night, every unanswered prayer, every moment of confusion, none of it was wasted. God was teaching you strength without arrogance, confidence without pride, authority without cruelty. You are becoming someone who can stand alone if necessary, but also lead others when called. Someone who understands pain but is not controlled by it. Someone who listens more than they speak. Someone who moves with calm certainty. This process before revelation is sacred. Do not resent it. Do not rush it. Do not compare it. You are being shaped into a vessel that can hold weight without cracking. And when God finally reveals your true form, you will not be overwhelmed by attention, power, or responsibility. You will be grounded, stable, rooted, ready. You are not breaking. You are being built. Signs your true form is activating. Chosen one. If you have been paying attention to yourself lately, you may have noticed subtle but powerful changes happening within you. These changes did not come from motivation or effort. They came naturally, quietly. That is how you know they are real. When your true form begins to activate, God does not announce it to the world. He confirms it within you. One of the first signs is discernment. You see through things faster now. People's words no longer confuse you as much as they once did. You can sense intention beyond speech. You recognize truth without needing proof. This is not suspicion. This is spiritual clarity. God sharpens your perception so you are not easily misled. Another sign is emotional detachment. You still care, but you are no longer controlled by emotions. Situations that once triggered anger, sadness, or anxiety now pass through you more gently. You observe instead of react. This does not mean you are cold. It means you are becoming stable. Emotional stability is a sign of inner authority forming. You may also notice that your tolerance for nonsense has decreased. Drama feels exhausting. Arguments feel pointless. Shallow conversations drain you. This is not arrogance. This is alignment. Your spirit no longer resonates with noise. You crave depth, honesty, and peace. God adjusts your appetite as your identity matures. Another strong sign is solitude becoming comfortable. You no longer fear being alone. In fact, you find strength in it. Solitude no longer feels like punishment. It feels like clarity. This is because your inner world is becoming ordered. You are learning to be present with yourself without distraction. Your confidence is also changing. It is quieter now. You do not feel the need to prove yourself. You do not chase validation. You know who you are without needing constant affirmation. This confidence does not come from ego. It comes from alignment. When you walk with God, confidence becomes natural. You may have also noticed increased sensitivity to truth. Lies feel heavy. Injustice bothers you deeply. Hypocrisy becomes intolerable. This is because your conscience is being sharpened. God is training you to stand for what is right, even when it is uncomfortable. Another sign is detachment from old identities. Things you once used to define yourself no longer feel accurate. Old roles feel restrictive. Old labels feel incomplete. This can feel confusing, but it is necessary. You are outgrowing versions of yourself that were only meant for survival, not leadership. Your inner voice has become stronger. You trust your instincts more. You no longer second-guess every decision. You feel guided rather than anxious. This is God establishing communication within you. When your true form activates, guidance becomes internal, not external. You may also experience a sense of peace that does not depend on circumstances. Even when life is uncertain, you feel steady. This peace is not ignorance. It is trust. It is the result of knowing you are being guided, even when you do not see the full picture. Another sign is a growing discomfort with disobedience. You feel uneasy when you compromise your values. Shortcuts no longer appeal to you. You are willing to wait rather than force outcomes. This is maturity. God is shaping your integrity. You may feel different from those around you, but not superior. You understand people better, but you do not try to fix everyone. You listen more. You speak less. You observe patterns others miss. This awareness is a sign of leadership developing internally. There may also be moments of emotional release, tears without clear reason, sudden clarity after confusion. These are signs of inner realignment. Old emotional blocks are dissolving. Healing is happening beneath the surface. Chosen one, do not fear these changes. They are not random. They are confirmation. God is activating what has been dormant. You are not becoming someone new. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. This activation does not make you loud. It makes you grounded. It does not make you restless. It makes you calm. It does not isolate you from people. It teaches you how to connect without losing yourself. Your true form is not about power over others. It is about mastery over yourself. And that is the kind of authority God trusts. If you feel these signs, do not rush. Do not announce. Do not explain. Let God continue His work quietly. When the time comes, what is forming within you will speak louder than words ever could. You are not imagining this. You are not drifting. You are activating. And God is with you in every step of it. Why God has not revealed you fully yet, chosen one. This is where many people grow restless. They feel ready, but heaven remains silent. They know there is more within them, yet nothing seems to move outwardly. I want to speak to you with clarity and authority now. God has not revealed you fully yet because revelation carries responsibility, and responsibility requires readiness. God never exposes what cannot yet be sustained. Visibility invites pressure, expectation, opposition, and responsibility. If your true form were revealed too early, it would attract battles you were not yet equipped to fight publicly. God protects you by keeping you covered. Hidden does not mean inactive, it means guarded. There is a difference between feeling ready and being ready. Feeling ready comes from desire. Being ready comes from discipline, obedience, and consistency. God watches how you carry yourself when no one is watching. He observes your reactions in private long before he entrusts you with influence in public. Another reason God delays revelation is protection from misuse. If people knew your full capacity, some would try to control you, exploit you, or attach themselves to your purpose without understanding it. God restricts access to preserve purity. What he is building through you must not be contaminated by wrong motives. God also waits until your identity is anchored. When your sense of self depends on approval, praise can become dangerous. When your peace depends on recognition, attention can distort purpose. God waits until your identity is rooted in him, not in reactions. Only then can you handle visibility without losing alignment. You may have noticed that God allows delays even when opportunities appear close. This is intentional. He is teaching you restraint. Many people fail because they move ahead of God. Obedience requires patience. God is not slow. He is precise. Another reason God has not revealed you fully yet is because your character is still being strengthened. Strength is not just endurance. It is humility under pressure. It is integrity without supervision. It is consistency without reward. God refines these qualities quietly. There is also the matter of timing. Revelation is not gradual. It is sudden. God often hides for years and reveals in moments. When the time is right, doors open quickly. Recognition shifts. Authority becomes visible. But before that moment, God aligns environments, people, and circumstances. God also uses hidden seasons to break unhealthy attachments. He removes the need to be seen. He removes the urge to explain yourself. He teaches you how to walk without applause. These lessons protect you from pride and insecurity. You may feel frustration rising at times. That frustration is not rebellion. It is anticipation. But anticipation must be governed. God trains you to wait without losing faith. This waiting builds trust. Understand this clearly. God is not testing your patience to frustrate you. He is developing your capacity to lead. Leadership requires the ability to remain calm when progress seems slow. There is also spiritual warfare involved. The enemy cannot attack what he cannot locate. God keeps you hidden until you are fortified. Exposure without armor leads to unnecessary wounds. God delays exposure to strengthen your defenses. You are also being taught stewardship. What you carry is not just for you. It will affect others. God waits until you can handle that weight without collapsing emotionally or spiritually. Chosen one, I want to settle your heart now. God is not withholding something from you. He is preserving something for you. What he delays, he does so out of wisdom. When God reveals you fully, you will not need to announce it. Others will recognize it. The transition will feel natural, not forced, and you will step into it with peace, not fear. Until then, remain faithful, remain disciplined, remain grounded. God is preparing the stage as he prepares you. Your time is not delayed, it is being protected. How to walk while your true form is still hidden. Chosen one, this season requires a different kind of strength. Not the strength that demands attention, but the strength that remains steady without it. Walking while your true form is still hidden is not passive waiting. It is active alignment. It is choosing obedience when recognition is absent and choosing peace when progress feels slow. First, learn to walk with quiet confidence. You do not need to announce who you are becoming. You do not need to correct every misunderstanding. Silence, when guided by wisdom, is not weakness. It is discipline. Speak when God leads you to speak. Stay silent when he tells you to observe. Many battles are avoided simply by knowing when not to engage. Guard your inner world carefully. What you allow into your mind shapes how you walk through this season. Avoid constant comparison. Comparison steals joy and creates impatience. Your path was never meant to look like anyone else's. God designed your journey with intention. Comparing it to another person's timeline only creates unnecessary pressure. Stay grounded in routine and discipline. Hidden seasons require structure. Pray consistently, not emotionally. Read, reflect, and stay spiritually nourished even when you do not feel inspired. Consistency builds stability. God trusts those who remain faithful without emotional highs. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, plans, or emotions. Oversharing during hidden seasons often leads to confusion and discouragement. People may project their limitations onto you. Learn to listen more than you speak. Observation sharpens discernment. Walk humbly, but not timidly. Humility does not mean shrinking yourself. It means knowing your worth without needing to prove it. Carry yourself with respect. Set boundaries calmly. Say no when necessary. Boundaries are not rejection. They are self-respect. Strengthen your prayer life, not to demand outcomes, but to maintain alignment. Prayer is not a tool to force God's hand. It is a space to recalibrate your heart. In hidden seasons, prayer keeps you anchored when external confirmation is absent. Accept that misunderstanding will happen. Some people will misread your silence, others will underestimate your depth. Let them. Correction is not always your responsibility. God is your defender. When clarification is necessary, He will open the door. Avoid rushing decisions. Hidden seasons require patience in movement. Do not force doors that are not opening. Do not cling to opportunities that feel misaligned. Trust God's timing over your urgency. What arrives too early often leaves too quickly. Maintain emotional balance. There will be days of doubt. Do not judge yourself harshly for them. Faith is not the absence of questions. It is choosing trust despite them. When doubt appears, return to what you know, not what you feel. Stay teachable. Hidden seasons are classrooms. Pay attention to lessons. Growth often happens through subtle corrections, not dramatic changes. Be willing to adjust your mindset. Flexibility keeps you aligned. Most importantly, remain obedient. Obedience in small things builds authority for larger ones. How you treat people when no one is watching matters. How you handle frustration matters. God sees every detail. Chosen one, walking while hidden requires maturity. It is learning to move forward without applause, to trust without proof, and to remain faithful without reward. This is not punishment. This is preparation. Do not rush revelation. When God decides to reveal your true form, it will feel natural. Until then, walk steadily. Walk humbly. Walk confidently. You are not lost. You are being guided. And every step you take in obedience brings you closer to the moment God has already prepared for you. Conclusion. The moment of revelation is near. Chosen one, I want you to settle your heart now. Take a deep breath and let go of the tension you have been carrying. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not late. The fact that you are still standing after everything you endured is proof that God's hand has been on you all along. Your true form has not been revealed yet because God reveals suddenly, not gradually. He prepares quietly, deeply, and patiently. And then, at the appointed time, He shifts everything at once. What feels slow now will feel fast later. What feels hidden now will soon feel undeniable. You were never meant to be understood early. You were meant to be prepared thoroughly. And because of that, when God lifts you, you will not crumble under attention, responsibility, or pressure. You will stand firm, calm, grounded, rooted in truth. Do not envy those who were seen too soon. Many were exposed before they were ready, but you were protected, covered, strengthened. God trusted you with a process that only chosen ones can survive. Rest in this truth. You do not need to chase revelation. You do not need to force recognition. God knows exactly where you are. And when He decides to reveal you, no one will be able to ignore what He has done within you. Until that moment comes, remain faithful, remain obedient, remain aligned. Walk with quiet confidence and steady faith. Your season is changing, and you will feel it before you see it. Before you go, chosen ones, if this message spoke to your spirit, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, and share this message with other chosen ones who need this confirmation. And comment 777 below as a declaration that you trust God's timing and you are ready for what He is about to reveal. Your true form is coming, and when it does, it will speak for itself.